The opening of the FCPR Experience Center is going to be one of the biggest milestones the company has ever seen. So this space is a combination of a motorsport facility, content facility, distribution center expansion, community space, and retail pickup center. We knew we were running out of space and we wanted to build a facility that represented the brand that we were building and what we were supporting as a company with distribution and the community and retail. It's pretty critical to have this space adjacent and connected to our existing facility, primarily because information moves so quickly around FCP Aero that if these two spaces are not connected, you're going to fracture that communication. And that's aside from wanting to make sure that everybody was just under the same roof and that we could contribute to the culture and the brand and everything that we wanted to do together as a team. And then we cracked open this door with the raw warehouse space in the mezzanine, and we stood up on the mezzanine, and there was no doubt in anybody's mind that this was not the right place to build this experience center. And as soon as we figured out that we were able to knock down an entire wall, it kind of changed the game for how closely knit these two build-outs were going to be. When it came time to design it and we brought the architects on board, one thing that we tried to do very deliberately was involve all of the teams that were going to have to live in this space, get everybody's input, the managers, the employees, got to put their 2 cents in for building the space that they were going to live in. And we made sure that what they envisioned made it through to the end product.
It's terrific to have a client that allows the entire team to participate in the process. That doesn't always happen. My name is Bob Sutter. I'm an architect from RTSPC Pinnacle Architecture and Design out of Manhattan. You know, everybody has great ideas, and the forum was terrific to integrate all those ideas. I think everybody's upfront participation weighed heavily. It enabled us during design to put it all together quickly. The projects marched along on a very good time pace.
They immediately dug the holes for the plumbing, they ran the plumbing, they then laid the footers for the walls, they threw up the studs, they did almost all the drywall over the course of a weekend. We came in on Monday and it was all almost complete. They taped and started painting immediately after that. Then the cyc wall got engineered and CNC'd. That took a little bit longer because we had to run all the utilities through it, and we had to get special approval from the fire department for fire-rated wood that would build that as a building structure. And then following that, the mezzanine started getting leveled and feathered, and we laid down the flooring, and we put the grid in, and we started getting our lights in. The elevator got installed, and everything started to come together. And then the racking and the cabinets and some of these finishing touches start arriving, and the inspections are happening, and everything's coming to kind of the end of the tunnel where we can really get a good idea of what this space is going to look and feel like, and everybody's really anxious to finally move into it. So there's a lot of people to thank for this build. Just on the construction of it, we've got Bob Sutter and Mauro Sordo at RTSPC Arch Pinnacle, the architect firm that designed this entire facility. We've got Tom Savastos, who is the GC here, who has such an attention to detail and care for building something that he's proud of, that this space wouldn't have come to light without that attention. And then we've got all the teams here. There's probably not a single team in this facility that hasn't been involved in this build. You know, from DC to inventory to engineering to content to the motorsport team and the marketing team and the service and retail teams and finance, and everybody getting involved in making this facility a reality. There's honestly, I wouldn't be able to thank everybody. I don't know if I'd do it justice. This is a space that represents a lot of what we've earned and where we're growing to. And I think a lot of people feel really excited about opening these doors to us and the community the same way that I do. So the employees were super proud to get to show this space to all those enthusiastic customers. Sunday, we rolled up these doors and we had about 700 cars in the lot. The weather was perfect. It was warm, a little bit of sun, a little bit of clouds, not too much to get people burned. About 1,000 customers visiting the space. We had folks showing up with donations for the animal shelter. They came on in, they explored the mezzanine, the motorsport facility, the content facility. They knew this was an awesome facility for motorsport. They saw the TCRs down there, saw all the new designs that our lead designer, Amir Hamdi, did, and they started flying off the shelves. And we had a really respectful crowd too. So, 700 cars, it's easy for things to get out of hand, but everybody respected the space, they respected their neighbors, and it was a really nice, fun event.